This time last season, Crystal Palace were in total disarray after losing 4 out of 4. They couldn't even score a goal. Now, 18 months on, they're looking pretty solid. A big reason for that, of course, is Wilf Zaha, who scored again against Huddersfield in a 1-0 win. But there was a horror tackle on him and he wasn't pleased at all and came out in the press. Should he be moaning about it? Does he deserve a little bit more protection? And just how good is Wilf Zaha? You're about to find out. And we move on to our final talking point, which is about Wilf Zaha, who's getting a bit eggy, isn't he?
Eggy?
A bit eggy.
Tetchy.
Eggy. Never heard that one?
No.
Angry.
All right.
About the treatment that he's been getting.
Yeah.
He gets fouled a hell of a lot. Was it last season? It was one of the most...
in the top 5?
Top 5.
Top 5 fouled.
And he's come out and saying like what he needs a bit more protection. Is he right to come out and say it when you've got other players like Hazard, who we were talking about earlier, who gets kicked and kicked and kicked and keeps his mouth shut?
Yeah, Will Hughes, Maddison this year also been fouled more than Zaha. I would say that perhaps it's in a different way. You know, Zaha goes past players, which makes, when the challenges are made in, they look infinitely worse because he's got the skill and pace. Yeah, and
it's the speed of it.
There's a good example against Huddersfield this weekend where I can't remember who it was, but the bloke saw yellow. But as Zaha's running, you don't think he's not going to get a toe on it. And if you can get a toe on it, there's no way he's going to be able to stay up to get past this player. Mm. And he had the right to make that challenge to Huddersfield player, but he took him out completely. And obviously, this was the back of the Watford game where Capoue scraped the back of his Achilles, down his calf. But there's no doubt he's targeted, but I don't think they look at him and fear him and think we've got to foul him. I just think he's so good.
Too quick.
Yeah.
Do you think it's part of the course as a winger? Like maybe it's got to a point now where, look, it's such a high-paced game. These things are going to happen, so you need to just get on with it. Is he being a bit of a wimp here?
Put yourself. You're manager of Huddersfield going into this game. You find out that Zaha's in. What's your first tactic going to be?
Get him.
Stop that guy from.
I mean, it's a given. It's been a given rule through the years of football, isn't it?
It's going to happen. It's just that he's got to be. What's going to make him go from being class to world class is using that to his advantage. He knows that someone's going to come in, so he's got to play and use that to his own advantage. That's what Ronaldo did. He got kicked left, right, and centre when he first couple of years at United.
Yeah, and he did strop a little bit.
Yeah,
initially,
he stropped for a long time. He still strops now, but he uses it to his advantage. People know they're going to target him, but he doesn't. I mean, to be fair, it was a bad few challenges that have happened to him.
But neither of them were like
I wouldn't say they were blatant reds. I wouldn't say they were like out and out. That's a bad challenge.
Yeah,
they were.
The Huddersfield one wasn't malicious. It wasn't a dangerous challenge. He put his leg out, he hit him and went over. And the Capoue one was much more malicious and probably could have seen red. But I don't think it was because Zaha was on the ball that he necessarily did that. That was like one of them ones where it's in midfield. That sort of stuff happens. I can understand he's frustrating.
Do you think, here's another question for you, do you think it's a smart move for him to come out and say
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly what he needs to be doing. Because he needs to be, I'm not saying he needs to be protected, but he needs to use everything in his ability to ensure that he has the best environment that he can succeed in. And if that means that the referees are aware that he is subject to nasty challenges or late challenges because he's so quick, then that's going to help him. And the thing is it was very genuine.
Yeah.
What I liked about it, I loved it.
It was quite an off-the-cuff question, and he kind of just shrugged his shoulders.
It wasn't a media trained answer.
Yeah, exactly. And he was angry, and I think one thing that was interesting, he said, that he goes, look, I get the ball, and this is in the back of my head that I'm going to get done. Am I going to get done from behind? And it stops his creativity. The thing is, I don't really give a shit about his creativity. I don't care about whether or not he influences the game. I care whether Spurs win. And that's it. I'm not bothered if he's targeted or not.
Yeah.
So I don't know who he's appealing to.
Do you know what I think he's done here, which will probably be good for him in the long run? It's the fact that last season there was a lot of talk about him diving, and there became a spotlight on that. Yeah. What he's doing is he's moving the needle a little bit and then making the referee, even for a second, instead of concentrating on has he dived there, actually concentrate on has he been really hurt there?
Yeah.
And so if that happens, I think it's as much as he probably shouldn't, in terms of a PR spin on it, like he was getting booed in that Huddersfield game for then taking out the other guy later on, and away fans might target him, but
they will target.
I think Rooney's said it, Shearer's said it in the past. People don't boo bad players.
Yeah.
You only boo decent players that you're a little bit worried about. And Zaha, for me,
Stephen Hunt.
Yes.
I used to boo him and he was shit.
Oh yeah, Robbie Savage actually as well.
Yeah. I don't know, you're right though. Right?
Yeah, but apart from those two.
His previous reputation of diving is the reason that this exists. It's the reason why he feels he doesn't get enough protection, because the referees, it's exactly the same thing he's saying there. At the back of his head, he goes, I'm about to get clobbered right now. When a referee sees Zaha goes down, he goes, was that a dive? That's the first thing they think of because of what Zaha has done over the years. So you're right in that this now takes the focus away from that. Maybe the because it is down to the referee as to whether he interprets this as a foul or not. That's,
of course.
That's where it changes.
Do you know what we've got to talk about as well is that, yes, he might have been frustrated with that, but you can see it on BBC Sport, the interview, so go and watch that, because he's not going, right, give me that mic, I want to tell you about all this. Yeah. He's asked a question. And the other side is that he went on, and I quite like that he clattered the other guy. It shows a bit of bite in him. And then, a
little bit of Sunday League.
And then the goal that he scored shows the quality of this guy. He's now coming into the prime years of his career. And I think there's never been any doubt on the talent that he has with a ball at his feet. But he's now scoring goals as well. And so I've put it out on Twitter, but I'd love to hear what you guys think, if there's any other options. But I honestly believe that Zaha is the best player outside the top 6 by a mile.
I think so.
I can't, like, a few people... So you smell something, Sam?
You smell something?
What? I don't think you do. Yes or no, isn't it? Is that a poll card?
That's not a poll card.
Poll card, yeah. Is Zaha the best player outside the top 6? Vote right now. Arnautovic is... I got a couple of tweets back. No. Arnautovic.
Richarlison, maybe.
Richarlison, no. Ryan Fraser.
Get out.
Talking about...
Get out.
Angry at that.
Come on. He had a great weekend. Come on.
I feel like Zaha, and I love that about Zaha. Like, when he scores goals, he's emotive. He screams, and it's brilliant. And you probably get more of that than you might do with Bale. Bale's temperament, and you saw that. You've seen that in big games again and again. Zaha, and this is probably unfair because he needs to move to a big club again to see if he can deal with that pressure. But when he went to Man United the first time, maybe it's just too early in his career, he wasn't able to stick it out. Or Man United didn't stick with him long enough, because at Spurs, Bale, maybe it was the same kind of thing. Initially he struggled, didn't he? But they stuck with him.
Yeah, he had bad injuries, but you're right. He's, I just think he needs a platform. No, I mean, if I'm a Palace fan watching this, I'm going to be furious, but he needs a platform that's comparable to his ability, so you can really just shine. And I think Tottenham would be a perfect place for him to do that.
I also, to defend him as well, I wouldn't try and use what happened at United against him. It was just bad timing for him, because Fergie left, Moyes came in, and whatever happened there, it didn't work out.
What did happen there, Sam?
I don't know, Polka maybe. But look, I wouldn't use
Moyes'
Why did Zaha leave Man United? Was it A? Wasn't really up to it. Was it B? He had an effect.
No, but he is clearly a mustard player, and he's brought a finished product, an end product, to his last 2 seasons. Last season, brilliant, and he's carried it into this year now.
He's so good.
So if he can stay injury-free, the world's his oyster from this point.
It is. Right, let's know your thoughts on Zaha, on Liverpool, on Hazard, on Chelsea. Anything else, guys?
No, that's pretty much it.
That's about it. Let us know about all of those in the comments below. Click like, of course, if you enjoyed this video. And importantly, if you're still watching, you might have got something out of this video. So why not hit the subscribe button? Please. Thank you very much. We'll see you very soon. We'll see you tomorrow for some more Social Club action. We'll see you then.